Oh hey, didn't see you there. I was just washing my hands in preparation for Channel 21's Third World Delicacies.
Today's third world cuisine will be based in Mongolia. But first, let's learn some history about it. Mongolia was at one point the second biggest empire ever, thanks to the power of their leader, Genghis Khan, who was one of the most fearsome men in history. This empire was built upon the soldiers' mastery of warfare on horseback. Early Mongolia is believed to be the place that brought gunpowder to the West, revolutionizing warfare forever. The famous European explorer, Marco Polo, once visited Mongolia. Mongolia first declared its independence from China in 1911, after the fall of the Qing dynasty, but didn't get it until 1921. What we know as Mongolia is actually the northern half of it. The southern half is still part of China. In 1967, Mongolia joined the United Nations. Mongolia became an independent nation in 1987, separating from the USSR. For more than 60 years, Mongolia was under communist control until 1989, when it revolted and declared itself a democratic state. In 1992, Mongolia was officially recognized as a country. And the first president to ever visit the country of Mongolia was George W. Bush in 2002. Today with me, I have two of the best Mongolian chefs, Chinggis Ben and Michael Kahn.
Today we're making Khuushuur, one of the national dishes of Mongolia.
So, in order to make khuushuur, it's a very simple dish really. You need garlic, onion, meat, 250 grams of flour, 1.5 deciliters of water, and oil to fry it all up.
So, Chef Chinggis, what is the first step to making khuushuur?
Well, I think that the first step to any food really is just to wash your hands, because, I mean, what you gonna do?
That is a smart man right there, keeping the world healthy. Excellent work. I think I should join Ben and Michael in the world of clean hands. So, Chef Michael, what is the first thing you do to make khuushuur?
The first step to making Khuushuur is to make the dough. First, you get your 250 grams of flour and you pour it into your mixing bowl.
Excellent.
Step 2 is to grab your 1.5 deciliters of water and slowly pour it into the flour. Don't put them in at the same time.
So, Mr. Chinggis, now that you've finished kneading the dough, what do we do with it now?
Well, you want to cut it into about 3 centimeter pieces. So you just kind of knead it so it's like this. You have your dough. You just cut it into pieces, and every piece will be a little pocket for you.
Excellent.
Yep.
That is quite the handiwork, Mr. Chinggis.
Thank you. I mean, I've been working on it for years, so you'd assume I'd be good by now.
So now that we've finished making the dough, what's the next step?
After you make the dough, the next step is to make the filling that goes in the Khuushuur. The first step to make the filling is to take your garlic cloves and crush them.
Excellent.
So after you have all your garlic crushed, like Michael did, go ahead and you get your onion ready. So we're just gonna chop the onion a little bit.
So now that you cut the onion, what do you do with it?
Well, now you gotta get it into really small pieces. You gotta like dice it basically. So I have a nice dicer here.
So So what are we doing now?
We're gonna mix together the meat solution.
What sort of meat is that?
This is ground beef. This is the onion garlic mix we made before. Just go ahead and mix that.
That looks like a tasty mixture right there. Once we get it cooking,
Oh, it's good.
I'm excited to eat that.
Me too. So now that you've mixed your meat together, you can just add salt and pepper. It makes it taste a little bit better, you know. I like to do it. Some people think it isn't quite Mongolian enough, but in my opinion, it makes it better.
Now that we have the mixture in the dough, we're going to make the pockets that the Khuushuur filling will go into. We start with one of our dough balls. Then we use a rolling pin to make it flat.
About what size should these guys be?
These should be 4 inches in diameter.
So now that we've made our little pockets, we're going to go ahead and get just enough dough to fill it up. So there we go. That might be a bit much there. So we want more like that. And we just get it in there like this. Go ahead and roll the dough to the pocket. Now you seal the edges to make sure none of it can escape.
That's pretty impressive. Alright, now we're on the last step, you guys. I'm pumped to eat this Khuushuur. What do we do now?
Well, we still have to do the hardest part, which is frying the dough and the meat. So you're going to want to dump your oil in your pan. You just wait for that to get warm, you know. You want a lot of oil. You want to submerge the Khuushuur.
Of course.
So that ought to be sufficient. That ought to be sufficient oil. We'll just wait for that to get nice and roasted.
Awesome. Here's Chef Chinggis in his protective gear. Keep him safe from the fryer. And there we go, we have frying. What do you think of this, Chef Michael?
I think it's very good. I can't wait to taste it.
That's great.
I mean, serve it.
Now we wait.
I know, but the meat.
That is a golden brown we want right there. Any Mongolian chef would recognize that shade. We're now done with all of the Khuushuur. Now it's time to eat.
Fine.
Alright, now that the Khuushuur's ready, it's time to taste test.
Wait.
You guys ready?
No. Before we do that, it's Mongolian legend that Khuushuur has healing properties. If you hold it to your chest, the warmth will flow throughout your body and they'll help cure your ailments and your disease. And you know, it's just something I do every time before I eat Khuushuur.
Alright, let's try it. Alright, now let's eat it. That's actually pretty good. Pretty
Not bad.
good. What do you guys think?
It's not my best work, but it's reasonable.
Awesome. And that's it for today's episode of Channels 21 Third World Delicacies. Thanks for coming. Now that we finished eating and making the Khuushuur, it's time to clean up this mess. Right, Chef Chinggis?
Yes.
And one thing's pretty good.
Chef Chinggis clearing up the bowl. Michael doing his thing.